Hello, welcome to another episode of Grateful Fix. For today, I'll be reviewing the Bandai's Figure Eyes, Wargreymon and Black Wargreymon. Now, I would like to say ahead of time that both of these kits are not a box set kind of thing that you can get. They're not something that you get both of them together. I decided to review both of these separate. So just watch part one for the unboxing so you can see exactly what how both of them come in and whatnot. But yeah. Now, detail-wise, these kits look phenomenal. They look amazing. They look awesome. The thing about them is their articulation is a little bit lacking with how bulky they are, as well as that they're not the most sturdiest when it comes to just standing around and all that. I've actually had a little bit of issues with the Wargreymon kind of wanting to fall back a little, so it's just a little bit of how you move the ankles a bit, and they feel a little bit loose for mine. And believe it or not, I haven't actually done a lot of movement with them. So, yeah. Moving over, you can see just how crisp their detail are, how sharp they are, and how very complex they look compared to their animated counterparts. And, I mean, I love this design for sure. Overall, there's something to look at, and they're very cool to have and see, and just leave somewhere on your shelf and just kind of admire once in a while, or a lot. Moving on here for a demonstration, I kind of wanted to do something a little different for once. I decided, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to remove certain parts here instead of doing animation. So I wanted to mix it up a little bit because I had a feeling these guys might be a little troublesome for me. I didn't want to go through the headache, so I decided let me just go ahead and show you articulation in real time and stuff like that. So you can see just how far the knees actually go back. They can go ahead and, kick in. You can kind of do them in a kneeled pose, but not too much. Their legs can kick back kind of far, but because of that shield, it gets in the way, so it can't really do too much. Ankles do swivel on the side. They actually have a excellent range of motion there. You can kind of get a nice, good split kind of going on there. That's that little part that I'm mentioning that will pop off. It'll just kind of get really loose, and it almost feels like it'll really pop off easily, but it kind of stays secure. I just don't really like it because it doesn't make me feel like it's 100% solid on that. So there's that. And there's one more articulation inside the chest, but yeah, it's kind of a pointless gimmick there. So here we have the claws. They actually do move. They can move up and down, swivel down. You can remove these as well, as I think I'm about to do in this. Yeah, I'm about to demonstrate this right now. So it pops off with ease. Just gotta wiggle it around a little bit out. You can see it's got two different holes on both sides. The shoulders here are also articulate. They do open up. I didn't show that in the video, unfortunately. The head kind of rocks forward and back, and it does look a little bit to the left and the right, but not too much. The hair also moves, but yeah, there's not too much articulation on the head. The shoulders themselves, like the whole shoulder piece, is on a butterfly joint, but one that looks very weird. So yeah, I don't really foresee myself having them kind of doing that, especially with how awkward that looks. But yeah. So here we already see a little bit more of the articulation on the arms. The arms can bend a bit more on the 180 side. They swivel around the bicep there and on the forearm, as well, of course, as the wrist and such. And moving on over to Wargreymon, here I'm going to demonstrate how to open up the Brave Shield. So here they can swivel up, like move out, kind of like a butterfly wing. You kind of want to just kind of grab them from the top here. You'll see in a moment. So just kind of do that. And then you're going to pull from that top side and allow it to slide over, and you see that middle part will move over, and then you can go ahead and just expand everything and then just adjust accordingly to how you would like it, how exaggerated you want it or how subtle you want it to kind of be opened up and everything. And it's got a pretty decent wingspan, you could say, on that. This is also interesting too because as far as I remember from watching Digimon, I don't think I actually did see the Brave Shield ever turn into like a wings kind of thing. So I guess this was like a creative kind of idea that they decided to incorporate to add a little bit more gimmicks for the kit and everything like that. And it's kind of cool. I actually kind of dig it like that, not gonna lie. Moving over to Black Wargreymon again, we have the effects parts that he comes with, the exclusive effects parts, mind you. And these are very easy to install or put on the arms and everything like that. There's two little pegs here. You got one right there, and you got another one over here. They're going to connect over to the holes that you see here on this side, as well as the other side over there. And it just doesn't really snap in, doesn't really peg in, but somehow it's surprisingly secured. It doesn't really fall out as easily, at least on my kits, it doesn't. And these are also, they can be used on Wargreymon himself as well, since, well, again, he's a carbon copy, just the only difference is the color scheme. That's the only difference there. So it's very easy to install, and you can add a little bit more effects there, so it's pretty cool. You can have them doing like that slash and everything like that, or just maybe have them both duking it out at each other with the same move. And honestly, it brings a really cool effect to it, and it adds a lot more to it. So here I'm going to demonstrate how to go ahead and put the Brave Shield on his arm, on his gauntlet there. So it's very basic. You get that little peg there that comes with both kits. You're going to want to just kind of fold everything back in place, as you can see how to just put it back here. Just kind of fold it from the middle there, and then slide the top parts together, and then there just kind of snaps or closes pretty easily. There's no force, I didn't feel like it's going to break or anything like that. Down there you can kind of see more or less in the video here, there's a little peg that connects to a ball joint, or it's a ball joint peg thing. You want to take that off from the back side, as you can see right here. Just put the peg back inside, and on the other side you can kind of wiggle it out. So you can do either way, it doesn't matter. Here I'm trying to do like a rotating wiggle motion kind of thing just to get it out. And out it pops. So everything's already intact. So once you got that set, you can even see the bare back, and he's actually got some pretty great detail on his back without just the shield. So you're going to grab that little adapter there, and you're just going to stick him in on both sides there. Afterwards, you already got it set. It looks freaking awesome. I haven't painted it because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet, or at least the armor and stuff. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to have to remove the Dremon Killer Gauntlets. I think that's how it's called, Dremon. And just go ahead and remove that. And I realized in this video that I put it in the wrong hole. You're not supposed to put it there. There's a third hole that goes on the bottom of the gauntlet, and yeah, that might have been a kinky joke right there, so yeah, don't hold me against it. Yeah, it's right there, that hole right there. So I'm gonna have to just take that off and just put it there, because yeah, if you do that, you're gonna expand the hole, and then the gauntlet's not gonna fit very well, and yeah, it's not gonna be fun. So make sure you put it in the right hole. Yeah, that sounds dirty. Anyway, so once you have that set, you already have the shield mounted on his arm. He's already ready for combat and everything, just to kind of use that ultimate defense right there. You see that other open peg there? Just go ahead and grab the other Dremon Gauntlet. Just go ahead and just don't drop it. And also just peg it right in there on the opposite side. And then you got yourself like some claw pinching thing. Claws. I don't know. But yeah, you get like another set. And since they're articulated, they can actually open up and close. So if you're going to do a diorama or something, you can have them where he's gripping onto somebody. Or if you're going to just maybe grab a stormtrooper or something. I don't know. So moving over, you can already see how the Black Wargreymon looks when he's got all his setup. He's got both gauntlets on one arm, and then he's got a shield on the other side. Now, one thing I forgot to note or mention is that his shield is molded exactly like Wargreymon's, but this isn't the shield he is actually supposed to come with. It's more of a bland, simple, it doesn't have those designs on it, but I really like that design, so I wanted to keep it on there. So for the contents of Wargreymon, you obviously get the kit himself, you know, just in his glory. You get the two gauntlets right there, the Dremon Killer Gauntlets. So you just get both, they're articulated and everything. And then you get the Brave Shield, which comes in two parts. They can either stick on the backside, as you clearly saw right now, or they can stick on the gauntlet, the arm. And then you get yourself the adapter that's for him. As for the Black Wargreymon, you obviously get the kit himself. Same thing exactly as the Wargreymon, but you also get the same gauntlets that he has, the same Dremon. I'm assuming they're still called the Dremon Killer Gauntlets. I forgot. It's been years since I've seen the show. He's got his version of the quote-unquote Brave Shield, because it's the same copy as the other one, but it's not the Brave Shield. Then at that, you get the adapter just like him. So at this point, this is where the similarities stop, because then you get the effects parts that are exclusive only to the Black Wargreymon kit. And then after that, you get the extra spare parts. That's the bland parts that I was mentioning that it's supposed to be with the shield, but I didn't want to go with. Overall, though, both of these kits look amazing. If you're a fan of Digimon, or if you were a fan when you were a kid growing up and watching them, you know, this is something that's definitely worth picking up. They look amazing to have. Now, if you plan on doing stop motions, if you plan on doing, you know, one week you want to pose them a certain way, the next week you want to pose them another way. I probably wouldn't advise it, only because it might wear out the joints a little faster, and also that they're not 100% solid. They're pretty flimsy in my opinion, but overall, like I said, in terms of appearance, they look amazing. I absolutely love how they look. And the kind of inspiration that they had, or not inspiration, but the vision that the creators had in designing these particular versions of the Wargreymons. And yeah, also pick one up if you can, and happy holidays. Take care of yourselves. This is Grey Wolf FX, signing out.